Hey guys, this is 1957 LS swap project. I forgot what part I'm on. That's been a long time since I've made an update on this project. I'm back to working on it a little bit here. I will show you what's going on. So I've got the 6.0 4L80 combo pulled out of the truck several weeks ago, and I got it here on the engine stand. I got the engine oil and the transmission fluid drained out of it so I can minimize the mess that I create. Of course, I already made some of a mess here, but it's looking pretty good. We got a couple exhaust bolts that need to be removed that are broken. That's very typical on these. One there, and then even water pump bolts, one on each side. Just need to weld a nut to them and pull them out. No big deal. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm excited to tear into this thing and start building it up. I'm not gonna pull the rotating assembly out. I'm just doing the cam and lifters, head gaskets, that kind of stuff, and putting it back together. So made good oil pressure and had about 240,000 miles on it. Bearings are probably still good to go. So not doing any of that, just cam, lifters, valve springs, valve seals. First order of business, pull the transmission off so I can get this engine bolted up to my engine stand. Alright, making good progress on the 6-liter. Got the transmission, the old 4L80 removed. I'm getting it bolted up to my engine stand. And I'm going to start tearing into this thing. Alright, the engine is on the stand. I'm going to pull off these coil packs. And I think after that, I'm going to go ahead and try to get the broken exhaust bolts out of here. Clean them up real good with a wire wheel and then weld a nut to them. Check this out, 240,000 miles of grime. If I don't trip on my engine stand and die in the process. Kind of satisfying. Alright, let me show you the setup here. I've got the exhaust bolts all cleaned up really well with a wire wheel and a drill, and then I hit them with some brake cleaner to get the threads all nice and clean. And I found a nut that sort of threads on there. It's a standard size, and I just kind of cross threaded it on there just to kind of get it nice and tight, and I'm going to fill that in with weld on all of these. And they should come out. These ones I'm a little bit more nervous about, just because I've never actually had the water pump bolts break off on an LS before, so I'm hoping these come out. I know these come out super easy because it's in aluminum. They always come out easy, but these ones I'm hoping they still come out, and then I won't have to do any drilling and tapping. Alright, well, I got 4 out of the 5 bolts out. I got all the intake ones, the exhaust bolts out. And I've got one of the water pump bolts out, but this one here broke off, so I'm gonna have to drill and tap that one. I already got my drill and tap in the mail here. It is a M8 by 1.25, so I'm gonna drill and tap that out. But right now I gotta take a break from this because I'm working on my old 56 Buick, getting it ready. I'm doing a small segment of power tour up in Springfield, Missouri. So I'm trying to get this thing ready to go. I'm trying to work on the floor and seal up the floor better. I have an exhaust leak, so the exhaust is going right in the car. And I don't have time to rebuild the exhaust right now. So instead of doing that, I'm sealing the floor up, and we're not going to talk about that. So yeah. Alright, I got the 6 liter as far down as I'm going to take it. Pistons look really good. Rings look good as far as I can tell. I don't see any broken rings or broken pistons. Cylinders look nice. I pulled the cam out and it looks like it's pretty good. I was hoping to find a flattened cam lobe, but they're none. And all of the lifters actually look good too. There's no flat spots on them and no locked up rollers. So I don't know what the clicking noise was, but it did come and go. So I think it was an oil pressure issue. I think the O-ring on the oil pump was shot, most likely, because the oil pressure did drop down pretty low and it would come back and drop down. So that's kind of a sign of an oil pressure issue with the not an oil pressure issue. That's a sign that your O-ring on the oil pump is bad. And another way you can tell is if you park like on a slope like this with the engine facing up like this. If the oil pressure drops, then likely it's the O-ring on the oil pump. And if you park like this facing down and your oil pressure comes back, then that's definitely the O-ring on the oil pump, because the oil is picked up right here. The oil pump sits here and the pickup tube is right here and the O-ring is right here. So this thing right here. Alright, the next step is to drill and tap this hole, but I'm probably first going to go ahead and clean this engine block up. I'm going to shoot some black paint on it after I get everything kind of assembled, like the lifters and the cam and stuff. But I'm going to clean it before I put the new cam in there, because I don't want any of this dirt to stick to the assembly lube, fall down there and stick to the cam. Alright, I got all the grease and grime cleaned off. I got all the carbon cleaned off the pistons. I got the water pump bolt hole drilled and tapped out with my $11 Chinese tap. You gotta cheap out where you can, you know. It's getting really expensive to build stuff. Alright, I got a little primer down. It's looking pretty good. Alright guys, check it out. Got the black paint on. Oh yeah. It's looking good. Got some parts on order. Start putting this thing back together. This is probably going to be the last video clip of this video episode. It's been a long time since I've posted a video. I appreciate you guys watching. YouTube's kind of a difficult, it's really become a difficult place to make content because everything is so wild and crazy, and people just don't seem to watch videos anymore. unless it's something spectacular, some car blowing up or some wild come-in swap into a smart car or something like that. So yeah, just, you know, reels are the big thing now, short clips. And so I've just kind of got burnt out on making videos, but maybe I'll get back into it. I appreciate all you guys that have stuck around. Some of you have been watching my channel for 13 years. I think July, which is right around the corner, is my 13th anniversary of doing YouTube videos. I have like 750 videos. So if you're new, go check out some of my older stuff. I have some LS swap videos on here. A lot of cool stuff I've done over the years. My old videos are super cringy. I didn't know what I was doing. Just really cringy, so be prepared for that. Horrible camera work, horrible lighting. I still get comments to this day on one video I have out there. It's I think it's adjusting the clutch on a 67 to 72 Chevy pickup. I made that video like 11 years ago, and I still get comments to this day about how the lighting is terrible and I need to redo the video and all that stuff, which is kind of funny because that truck isn't even a manual transmission anymore. It's automatic, so I can't really redo the video. I do have my old 84 Chevy pickup that's got a 4-speed in it. I could do a video on that, but people forget to look at the dates on those, and they don't realize the video is from 2013 and it's really outdated. So anyway, all y'all that are still watching, I appreciate it. It's very encouraging to see comments down there and below the video and views, so keep it coming. Let me know if you want to see more videos, and I'll pull the camera out more often. Alright guys, I'll see y'all in the next one.